A lot of you probably know the Thai elite visa's prices have been raised by 50% last week. This is a big change to a lot of people. A lot of people were planning in advance to get the visa, and now that the prices have been put up by this amount, it becomes a lot less economically viable for a lot of people. If you're one of the people in this position but have a lot of money to invest around, the Thai investment visa can be a good alternative for you. It requires investment in Thai property, state enterprise or government bonds, or a term deposit in a Thai bank account. It's worth noting that it can be a combination of the above three, but there are a few caveats as far as getting the visa itself that we will get into in a sec. Any property you purchase must be a new condo purchased under the foreign quota. This is pretty standard as you'd expect. The only real difference between general Thai land or property ownership rules is that it has to be new. This can mean that you might not be getting the best price that you could hope for on it. However, the visas seem more, in my mind at least, as a lifestyle decision more than an actual genuine investment option. Thai government bonds are considered BBB+, which makes them investment grade, but low quality investment grade. And currently when you look at the bond yield and you factor in inflation, there's not a whole lot to be made there, if not a small loss. But granted, right now, filming this is in September 2023, the economic situation isn't the most clear, but going forth that may clear up a bit. One of the beauties of this visa is that dependents can be included. So if you have a spouse or children you want to bring along with you, they don't have to meet the same requirements as you. If you're the main applicant and you meet those 10 million baht and the other requirements of the visa, you can bring them along as dependents. You can also get a work permit with this visa, which is something you can't do with the elite visa. So if you want to keep your options open in the country, this will allow you to do just that. One of the other beauties of this visa is that it isn't just lost money. If you have the elite visa, even the 5-year version, say you have to outlay 900,000 Thai baht to get the visa, and you know that's never coming back. Whereas with the investment visa, if done right, you have the opportunity to leave the country eventually with a profit. Naturally, this comes with its own set of risks as well. Obviously, it's going to take a lot more work. You don't just hand over money and get a visa. You've got to look into each asset class, what you're going to buy, make sure you make the right decisions. You're usually going to be purchasing multiple assets, which is another issue for people because it's just more work you have to do. If you're going for simplicity, this visa isn't the best bet. However, if you don't like the idea of just throwing money at the wall with, say, the elite visa, this is an alternative that should be worth considering. If you're someone who already wants to invest in Thailand to begin with as well, the investment visa is a no-brainer really. Some of the features of this visa, as mentioned before, you can bring dependents with you. It's a 1-year renewable visa as long as you continue to meet the requirements of the visa. As with the other non-immigrant O category visas, 90-day reporting is a requirement, and if you want a multiple or single re-entry permit, you do have to apply for that. And they're two separate things you have to do at immigration.